graphic nature of this program, viewer discretion is advised.
In satanic occultism, that which is good is bad, and that which is bad is good. And as you view this learning and educational tape, pay attention to notice the reverse of everything that is normal becoming abnormal.
I feel like it's just one of those tapes that have been around forever for us. I just watched it today. I saw all kinds of things that I had missed the first 7 times I'd watched it. So it's stuffed full of goodies.
It's one of those special tapes that's pretty good all the way through.
And when we saw Law Enforcement Guide to Satanic Cults, we ordered that VHS tape immediately.
Hello. See if I can get the volume up a little bit here. I was in college, and Devin, he was wanting to make movies. He had already made a movie, I think, right after he graduated from high school. Initially, my main purpose was to do the research and try to give it a little more substance.
Another thing that is oftentimes done in ritualistic homicides is a penis is placed inside the mouth of the deceased person.
Hi, I'm Lenny McGill.
I don't know that Devin spent a whole lot of money at all, to be honest. I don't know how he got the idea. I have no clue, because it was one of those things where it's just, okay, well, sounds interesting. Go ahead, do it. I don't care. I formed a business called Gun Video.
No need to draw.
It was actually a good business. We did a whole series of videotapes on firearms.
This is the Pager Pal holster.
I often did deals with people where they had an idea, but they didn't have any money, and they couldn't rent equipment. So I said, look, okay, here, I got this camera sitting here. You go use it, do it all. You can use my edit bay, but I'm going to own the video with you. So this one was like, okay, I can sell that on my, my gun video thing because it's law enforcement.
Yeah, they were using this tape that is so clearly full of just bullshit to anyone who's ever listened to a heavy metal album. And they're training police officers with this.
The first victim, John Doe 60, had been captured, he had been drugged, and he had been sacrificed to Satan.
What else do they have? What they think heavy metal music is. Testimonials from people who used to be Satanists but aren't anymore.
Eric Pryor is a former satanic high priest turned Christian who now spends his time educating people about the dark side of satanic cults.
Devin got a hold of this guy from, I think originally from New York, who was working with a ministry in the San Francisco Bay Area.
When I was practicing occultist, oftentimes I would come into this park and practice on various different holidays.
But he was supposedly reformed and now was working on the good side. He really got into the role.
This is a noose. And actually, if you look at it closely, I don't know if the camera can pick this up, but there's blood on this noose.
The guy was scary.
There's a satanic calendar at one point, which I've synced up to my Google calendar just so I get notifications now. And I don't know if they're supposed to be okay, watch out on Halloween because there's going to be some sacrifices in a park.
We'd actually have rituals in the park when we didn't have a space to do rituals indoor.
The mullet guy, fake Satanist, going through the park
with very conspicuous pentagrams and markings everywhere you look that my guess had been done by the Edgar Winter looking guy.
This is a pentacle.
The soundtrack hitting is some of my favorite laugh lines because they'll say something just so horrible and then there'll be a pause and then this just hilarious soundtrack will kick in. It just gets me every time.
Carl Drew from Massachusetts. His satanic cult killed a 20-year-old woman, decapitated her, They kicked her head around, and then later he had sex with her body.
Devin was talented, and so the presentation works. I think he wanted people to feel a little bit creeped out, a little bit scared.
Teach these youth workers and parents to talk to their kids about the lyrics of the songs that they listen to over and over again.
I just feel like it was made for, under the assumption of being informative, but really they were just trying to be kind of titillating and get a video sold.
You know, we bought VHS tapes for, you know, $1 a piece, and we sold them for $50.
While we're denouncing, let me ask you about QAnon. It is this theory that Democrats are a satanic pedophile ring and that you are the savior of that.
This whole Q thing is about thinking for yourself. Hopefully just wake people up. Yes, there's global sex trafficking. Yes, there's pedophilia. Yes, there is a portion of our officials that have satanic tendencies. I think anybody that's child sex trafficking or engaging in pedophilia, yeah, certainly there has to be something satanic. So fucked up and beyond belief that that's how they get away with it.
If I were going to sacrifice someone, I would use my bull-lane. Shem Hemferesh is a satanic invocation.
Code word for pedophilia. A lot of it revolves around people. But then you got the adrenochrome stuff, which is, everybody knows, I mean, adrenaline's one of our most potent body drugs. Well, if you get it out of a young child, it's supposedly like the freaking fountain of youth.
Satanists believe that the drinking of another person's blood increases their power.
It's not a ragtag bunch of blood-hungry fucking patriots. If that was the case, dude, people would have started getting popped a long time ago.
Cult. A group of people who follow a leader who, through his charismatic ways, command allegiance, belief, and worship.
There's also the virus. The virus was talked about 3 years ago. Isn't that interesting? That's all bullshit. This is just another flu season. But it's funny how the entire world shut down, isn't it? There's definitely a good versus evil undertone with everything that's going on. But we will not go on offense unless somebody very high up tells us to.
Stand back and stand by.
We're digging into a Georgia man charged in connection with a mob attack on the Capitol. Documents show what the FBI knew about Cleveland Meredith Jr. and his threats to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi.
There are going to be a lot of people rounded up. I think the punishments will be severe, and I don't think it will ever happen again.
Maybe you think your community is immune to these satanic crimes. Well, it's not. Hail Satan.